Alright, so I have two titles here to show you that I watched recently and just bought recently, so let me talk about them real quick. I guess we'll start with the oldest title, um, In the Heights. So when this movie was coming out, my theaters had just opened up. It was like they had opened up for Godzilla back in March, and they kind of had a slow ride from there. I was kind of in and out of theaters, like some movies I'd watch at home, others I watch in theaters, um, especially with those HBO Max ones. A lot of the ones I didn't end up seeing in theaters, and that includes shit like Dune. And to be honest, I would have seen Dune in theaters, but Dune was like what it was is I knew I wanted to, but there was like Halloween Kills, there was The Last Duel, there was Ron's Gone Wrong, there was No Time to Die, like all in that month. So like movies were tight that month. Like it was a lot of money to go, and I just couldn't do it. So, but a lot of the ones I just kept missing, and if I could go back in time, every single one I missed for the most part. Like there were some I missed because my theaters weren't open, or there were shit like Tom and Jerry I would have seen in theaters. I really regret that. That's one of the worst, and I'm glad that HBO Max is done with that because I mean it made someone like me lazy. That's why I say a lot of people who refuse to go to the theater are absolutely lazy people. Like they just don't like they don't like having to leave their house to see something, and that's like you know that's how this business operates. We kind of have to support this business if you want to see these films be made, right? Like they're gonna stop making some of these films altogether. Like I know a lot of films are moving to streaming, but a lot of them aren't at the same time. So, we really gotta support the movies we want to see. And so I'm just saying. And one of the ones that I think died last year was musicals, because I saw In the Heights opening night, or not opening night, opening day, and no one was there, which is so upsetting because I freaking adore this movie. I had the poster on my wall for a while. I took it down because I had put another bookshelf there, so I don't have space for that shelf anymore, or that poster anymore. I'm gonna put another one over here, like on this wall, but of John Lennon. But that's besides the point. But yeah, I was pumping the soundtrack to this. I love this fun, and I said Black Friday, I will buy that movie in 4K. Black Friday came around, and the reason I said Black Friday specifically is it's a Warner Brothers title. Warner Brothers titles usually get really cheap on Black Friday, so I said, heck yeah, let me grab that, and it never went on sale. I saw the Blu-ray on sale for 10, some bucks. But this is a movie that you don't want to watch on just Blu-ray or DVD or anything like that. Because, again, I watched this in the theater. The reason why is you want to see this in the best quality possible. This is a movie filled with beautiful dance choreography and amazing performances and like just beautifully shot sequences. Yeah, I got to see this in the best way possible. I watched this last night in 4K. It was great. Not as good as I remember. I think this movie's a little bit too long. Like, for example, I got to. So when I watched this movie in the theater, I'm like, all right, club scene. I remembered certain sequences, but then I didn't realize. And then watching it again, I was like, I didn't remember it taking this long to get to this scene or that scene or this scene or that scene. It was just long. I feel like this movie probably only needed to be about 2 hours, but they made it 2 hours 20, and I think that's another reason this movie failed. I think certain movies, like I think if they made like they make really long Marvel movies, right? But people are fine with that. Most people don't care. But certain movies like this, they just don't want them to be that long. Like, which I don't understand it. I feel like it's fine, but a lot of people don't. So, but the 4K looks great. Definitely recommend it. It went on sale for 16 bucks, which is the cheapest I've ever seen this movie. And I love this movie, so I had to get it at the cheapest I had seen it. Might get cheaper than that, but I don't really care at this point. And I didn't want to risk not getting the slipcover, but I did, and I got the slipcovers from Amazon. Sweet. And last I checked, it's still on sale. I also ordered from Amazon Pitch Black on 4K from Arrow Video. That is also $16. Though I just ordered that, so it's not here yet. I'll show that off when that shows up. So next one I got is Moonfall. This is the Target exclusive lenticular edition, and a lot of people were very negative about this movie. And I think a lot of that is Roland Emmerich did this to himself. You know, this is a guy who makes the same stupid disaster movie over and over again, comes out and says, yeah, Marvel movies, they suck. They do the same thing over and over again, or whatever. And it's like, what? Like, why of all people would you say that, right? Like, Scorsese, what's the guy did do now? Crap, I'm forgetting his name. I want to say Timothy Chalamet, but that's the guy who started doing it. I'm thinking of the director. I can't remember for some reason. Denis Villeneuve, that guy, they have the street cred to say something like that, and they still get backlash, but, like, come on. You know what I mean? Like, it's just weird that it's this guy specifically, but I think why he was saying that is this. I think he's bitter. Because this is a guy, if you don't know, like, people always ask, how does Roland Emmerich get his films made still? Like, shit like Moonfall. He funds it himself, that's how. Like, studios don't pick up these movies anymore, and it bombed colossally. Same thing with Midway, which if you miss Midway, I mean, you're really missing out. Midway's a great movie, this one right here. And you can get it on 4K and stuff. It's a great movie, it looks amazing on 4K. So, even though these things aren't the greatest, they're still worth kind of understanding where they come from, I guess. But I watched this movie. I missed it in the theater. I was gonna go see it with a friend, but I just got off of Jackass Forever the other day, and I was like, I saw it alone, and you don't want to see a movie like that alone. You want to see it with a friend because it's so funny. You want to laugh with them, right? So I said, let's go see it, and we went to go see it. About tickets, we went to go see that movie. It was a lot of fun. It was really funny. That was the second time I saw it, and now I've seen it 3 times because I bought it at home, so. But Moonfall, it was not that bad, guys. It's just a stupid disaster movie. Yes, there's some stupid dialogue. It's almost hilariously stupid at points. Like, for example, this 8-year-old kid goes, yes, that's why we lost the house. It's like, this kid's 8, he shouldn't be saying lines like that. It's like, what? And there's, the plot goes in really weird directions. Like, this movie claims it's just about the moon falling, but it kind of is about more than that. Yeah, the only thing I really hated about this movie, because, I mean, with all that other stuff, you kind of expect that from Roland Emmerich movies, is how ugly this film looks. I mean, this movie is so gray and ridiculously dark that you cannot see what the hell's happening. Like, even if the point of the movie is like, oh, it's about the moon falling and destruction and all that, you don't actually get to see any of that carnage. So, like, why? It's not fun, I guess, as it could be, because you don't get to see any of it. And also, like, I think this movie is a little bit too long, too. It's not too overly long, just a little bit too long. And, yeah, it was okay. I like this edition. I'll probably, like, when I have, like, parties or whatever over, I'll just throw this on the background and we'll watch this shitty movie. Like, it's not the best. It's kind of fun. If you like movies like this, you'll have a good time. Don't understand the hate for this one. Besides that, I guess we're just kind of sick of these types of movies, and I can understand that if you're sick of it, but if you're sick of it, then why did you watch it? Because you already knew you weren't going to like it, you know what I mean? I will say, this movie did have an awful trailer. I think this movie being as long as it is, and as dark as the actual film itself looks, and then the fact that the trailer to this movie is so awful. They played that Creedence Clearwater Revival song. over the destruction of the like world, I guess. I see a bad moon rising. I see trouble on the way. You know, it's like so ridiculously stupid. Doesn't fit the trailer at all, but you know, it's fine. Not one of his better movies, but Roland Emmerich. If you want to see a good movie from him, watch In the Heights, or not In the Heights. Midway. Independence Day, the first one I recommend, you know. But if you want some dumb schlocky fun, here you go.